You're watching Soulful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Real quick, if you could tell everybody real quick, how did you and I end up meeting? How did we end up in this moment where we're doing this interview?
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, we connected, sharing some art. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? Because I, of course, I shared my Instagram, my YouTube with you. Did you get a chance to view anything?
Yeah,
What were your thoughts about it?
cool. You got some nice, beautiful women on there. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna be talking a little bit today. We're gonna be talking a little bit about feet, first of all.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about it?
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of reflexology before, but we'll be talking about that a little
Okay.
bit. You don't need to know about it.
Okay, I'm like,
She's like, oh, you
I
got
don't
me
know
into it.
about it, but I've definitely heard about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some info today. You tell me what your thoughts are about that once we
Okay.
talk about it, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about just dealing with anxiety, things like that. How do you go through with trying new things and everything? Because this is something new for you, I would imagine. Not
It
the modeling
is.
side, but
Anxiety's not new, but
yeah. There you go.
but yeah, no, definitely new being on camera. So yeah, and feet, new
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Absolutely cool. So let's jump into the questions real
Okay.
quick, okay? What's your biggest fear?
Ooh. Actually, it's public speaking.
Oh.
So yeah, but
So-
this is cool. But a lot of people, it's really becoming a big fear.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is probably good exposure for you getting used to being
I need
around
to.
new
Yeah,
people and
exactly.
things like that.
Yeah, just throwing yourself out there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Good. Has that public speaking fear that you have, has that prevented you from trying new things or maybe being out in front of people and speaking? Have you
Yeah.
ever shied away from it because of that?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, especially at work. I just try not to do projects that I know are going to involve public speaking. It sucks because there's so many opportunities I have missed out on. So I'm trying to just force myself. At the end of the month, I'm going to be walking in a catwalk. So that's going to be real.
Man.
Yeah, I don't have to speak, thank God. But
Absolutely.
but just walking in front of people,
Yeah, it can be nerve-wracking because you don't know what people's thoughts are, how they feel about it, right?
I think way too much.
I know it. I tend to be an overthinker myself, so I
Oh,
get
okay,
what
you
you're
get
saying.
it.
Absolutely. What is something that you learned about yourself in the past 5 years?
Oh, let's see. I'm resilient.
Okay.
Yeah, I just keep going, just keep trying, and yeah, I think
that's the key for us
yeah,
all,
that
right?
I am a lot more persistent than I thought.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good. If you could learn a new skill instantly, what would you choose?
Oh, probably to be a better public speaker. Yeah.
It's like back to the public
Maybe
speaking.
put a dictionary in my head and let me know how to speak big words.
Oh, okay. So be better at that type
Yeah.
of stuff. Okay.
Better at presenting. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be self-explanatory because you kind of just talked about it, but would you consider yourself to be an overthinker?
Yep.
Okay.
100%. 110%.
What's the level that you would think it's on?
Oh man, it's pretty high, very high level, nonstop.
Okay.
Yeah, nonstop, rapid thoughts, overthinking about so much that it's why am I even thinking about that?
No, seriously. I'm the same way. So when it comes to making decisions,
Yeah.
that's kind of what's got me started with this, and we'll go into that a little bit more deeper a little bit later. But literally, thinking about every last thing and thinking about it so deeply to the point to where I would miss out on opportunities.
Yeah.
It's already passed me by, and
Because
I'm
I've overthought
still
it so
thinking
much.
about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Are you someone who is easily influenced by others, or are you the influencer?
A little bit of both, but I definitely take executive and make sure I make the decisions for other people sometimes. I'm
okay.
we're doing this tonight.
Just take it away from them. No,
yeah,
you didn't take it too long.
but then there's sometimes where I'm easily influenced. Everyone's okay, we want to go this place actually, and I'm okay, I'll just do it.
Okay.
It goes both ways. It depends, Some days I'm I don't feel like leading, I don't want to influence. Just tell me where tell me where we're going, and I'll meet you there.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. Okay. Let's get into these questions now. I'll be intrigued to see what your thoughts are.
Okay.
Before this interview, how did you view your feet?
Awkward.
Awkward. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. They're not that big, but they're not a tiny foot. Size
Size
7.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say, yeah.
So, you know, I wish I could be like a 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I know.
I've heard some women like be happy with that size 7, and you're like, I want it to be a little bit
Yeah,
smaller.
a little bit smaller.
You want to buy kids shoes, don't you? You want
that
cheaper.
exactly. Oh my gosh, I've tried and it's like barely making the cut.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's funny that you actually. My friends all do that, and I'm like, I want to do that.
I'm pretty sure his girlfriend does it. Like, what
Yeah,
size does
Vans and stuff.
She's like a 3.
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah.
cousin still does it. I've tried, and it hurt my toes.
You got her over here being. She's like, really? Like, come on, let's cut those feet off and get it put over.
Right.
Let's see. Have you ever received compliments about your feet?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot.
Men or women?
Men. Yeah.
Men.
Yeah, I think
never
girls
received
just say,
compliments
"Oh, I
from
like your makeup
Oh,
or your
okay.
hair." They don't. Yeah, men more compliment my
Men
feet.
more compliment you. Okay. When you've gotten a compliment like that, how did it make you feel?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, I have nice feet. I've never heard that before. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, usually people say like random other stuff that I'm like, yeah, they're just saying shit, you know?
Yeah.
But feet, that takes like a lot. They had to look and they had to pay attention to something. I don't know.
I just heard another woman say the same thing.
Yeah.
She was like, to me, like, that's compliment stands a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's like, you're actually paying attention, like, as opposed to, like,
Yeah.
people can always say stuff about
Yeah,
you
because you're
smiling.
looking at her. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, we're always looking at that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people consider the fit community to be weird. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
What is something that you think could change that perspective that people might have? Like, some people looking at it weird.
Just, I don't know, just more content out there, more people just not shying away from it. Yeah, more confidence in people making the videos, you know.
Let me ask you this. Do you think interactions, like kind of like what we're having right now, we're kind of talking and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
makes it.
does that kind of
yeah.
help a little bit
Yeah.
more, you think?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
some people are just like, oh, I just want to take pictures of your feet or something. And like, okay, that's awkward. Like, can you at least communicate?
Like, can you get in there a little bit more? Give me a
Yeah.
little bit
I'm
more
like, can we exchange the names first?
depth?
Yeah.
How often do you get pedicures?
I would say like weekly. Yeah.
Weekly?
Yeah. Maybe every other week if I don't have time.
So you don't do gel, I'm imagining.
No, this lady actually tried to convince me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
She told you to get gel and you were like, nah?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't have time. I really don't. I was supposed to go last night, but I worked late, and I was like, I can't get gel. But I thought about it.
Okay.
But no.
Gel lasts a little bit longer.
Everyone says that, but then I kind of like the massage part.
Oh, you want to kind of...
Yeah, decompress a little bit.
It's like, I'm not so concerned about the gel. Give me the massage.
Right,
Absolutely.
and yeah, and it's like just relaxing. It forces me to relax because I
Nice.
can't go do other things because I'm in a chair.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I thought about getting gel, but then I'm like, I kind of like my feet scrubbed and
Yeah.
like all that. So
All right.
yeah.
Let me ask you this. Have you heard of a medical pedicure before? Is that familiar to
A
you?
what?
Medical?
No.
Okay.
Oh what?
Yeah, you probably have.
A
Okay.
medical?
Yeah, so it's like when you see a podiatrist, right? So they have different services that they offer. One of them is actually like looking at your feet, making sure like you don't have dead skin, fungus. They like make sure your toenails are cut correctly. And they don't do like colors there. They just do like clear coats. But it's like all about the health of your feet. Like making your feet
Wow. I actually almost went to a doctor for my feet.
look nice.
That's
Okay, what
crazy.
are your thoughts about seeing somebody like that who could like give you more information?
No, that would be great. Yeah. I think I have like low vitamins or something
You never know.
because my
Absolutely.
nails feel kind of thin. So yeah.
That's probably why it would be good to go
I
see
would go.
somebody
Yeah,
like
I would
that.
go there.
Absolutely. If you could only wear one shoe or one brand of shoe the rest of your life, couldn't choose anything else, what would you do? What would you wear?
A brand or what type?
A brand or style of shoe?
Oh man, some slippers.
Slippers?
Crocs.
She's
Crocs.
like, give me those nice comfy clouds.
Yeah, I
Like,
want. If one shoe, yeah, or like cloud shoes. I don't know, whatever they call it on cloud.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You want something comfortable.
Oh,
so
I'm
you're all
doing
about comfort.
one shoe. Oh yeah, comfy.
Okay.
Yeah,
love it.
Crocs. Crocs are making a comeback.
Crocs are, I actually have a pair of Crocs. They're really good.
Yeah,
You
they're.
got
My
Crocs?
friend works out in them.
There it
She
is.
runs in them.
Yep.
She's
I
legit.
don't know about running.
No,
but
I know. I'm like, how do they not? She's like, I'm telling you, they're life changing.
I've
So I
seen
just
people
ordered a
play
pair.
basketball in it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, never, ever.
She was at the gym lifting in them, running on the treadmill.
Oh, no.
I just got pink ones. Actually, I just ordered them.
There you go.
So I wanted. If I'm going Crocs, I'm doing pink
Yeah,
too.
my girlfriend just got the Mary Jane version of the Crocs. Like they have Mary Jane ones that look just like Mary Jane shoes.
What?
She just got.
I'm gonna Google those when I leave here.
Yeah,
they have
100%.
so many cool. They had like a bunch of weird ones online. I was like, who would wear these? I'm like, what? They had like Toy Story ones that were like the Pizza Port ones, like red and white. And I was like, what? Yeah.
I mean, that'd be an interesting conversation for sure with somebody, but I don't know if I'd buy it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
how often do you go barefoot? No shoes.
Ooh. Rarely. Beach,
Beach.
pool. Very rarely.
Parks?
Oh, in my house, yeah.
What about a park?
Yeah, if I have like a blanket out and I'm wearing these kind of shoes.
Okay.
And I walk a little bit, yeah, but I don't go far.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
I don't go too far barefoot.
I'm not walking too far.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
like, I don't know what's in this grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, can we take a look at your feet real quick?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, let's see what we got here. You said size 7s.
Size 7.
Okay, let me put them down flat for me real quick so we can see the tops. All right, and it looks like your toe alignment. Looks like you have the Roman toe alignment. Like
Oh.
Your 3 top toes are almost the same
See,
size.
that's what I've looked
Yeah.
at different feet and I'm like,
Yep.
my toes are long.
That's your toe alignment. That you
Roman?
have. Absolutely.
Okay.
Roman. Absolutely. So there's
Is
a
it
Roman,
common?
there's an Egyptian, there's a Greek.
Which
There's
one's
one
most
for
common?
Oriental, huh?
Which one's most common?
Most common is usually between Egyptian and a Grecian.
Okay.
Like the Greek toe. Like the second
Oh.
toe being longer or the first toe being longer.
Oh.
But I mean, still nice. I don't see anything out of line here. Great nail beds. Really good.
Okay.
Cool. All right, let's get you put legs out straight, feet out straight. All right, cool. And it seems like you have a pretty good arch. You pretty good with heels?
I wear
Okay.
heels a lot.
Wear heels a lot?
That's why my feet are so roughed up. Because I wear so many heels. They have blisters. They get pretty
All right.
hours long in heels.
All right, cool. So let me ask you this. We're kind of out here. We're looking at your feet now. What are your thoughts? Because we started talking. We've been talking now for about 11 minutes. We're taking a look at your feet. What's your thoughts? Whole experience.
Good.
So far.
Good. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Still wondering my feet. I got to look some other feet up to see,
Oh, you wanna
compare
know,
mine.
like, where you rank
Yeah,
at?
where I rank at.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the people who watch, they will definitely let you know.
Oh,
like,
they
where you
will?
rank at.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah, I'm
let
scared.
you know
Oh,
really
they're harsh
good.
critics.
Absolutely. No, don't worry. Most of the people are usually really nice.
Okay, most of them.
Most
Yeah.
of them are. There are some people out there like, I got somebody the other day who was like, I don't like women who are, have like big toes or whatever like that, like thick toes, and I'm like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
But
Whatever. To each their own, you know.
To each their own. Everybody has.
I'm
something
like,
different.
at least if I have one fan, right?
There
It
it
takes
is.
one fan.
You gotta have more than one fan for sure.
Oh,
I
okay.
guarantee you that.
Okay, okay.
Cool. All right. If you can, let me get you to cross real quick. Cross your leg over. Cool. All right. And then let's cross the other way. Okay. All right. So let me get into like how I got started with this, because I told you like being an overthinker kind of is what led me into this. So I don't know if you're familiar with exposure therapy. Have you ever heard of that before?
Why does that sound so familiar?
You probably have. Most people have. So exposure therapy is for like people who are overthinkers. Like you can have a phobia,
Exposure
you might
Yeah.
have a fear of something. So like what most people do in those situations is stay in their comfort zone.
Yeah. No,
I'm
for
not
sure.
gonna go any further.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Right. So you start thinking about all these things that could happen.
Yeah.
This could happen. That could happen.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's just your mind creating like these things so that you don't move any further. Right.
Yeah.
So what therapists try to tell you to do is go out and you do those things.
Exposure. Okay.
And you expose yourself to like how you're feeling, right?
Yeah.
As you start to do it more, like the feeling doesn't completely go away or never all go away
Yeah.
completely, but you start to be desensitized to like
That's
you're
exactly what
feeling.
this therapist told me
Absolutely.
about the public speaking thing. She's like, you just got to do it, and I'm like, that's easier for you to say.
Yeah.
How do you just do it when you don't want to do
It's always
it?
easier for the person who's giving advice.
Right.
Like,
I'm like, she's like, it'll get easier the more you do it. You kind of just and I'm like,
It's
okay.
actually true. So for
She
me,
said desensitizing.
like being an overthinker was a big thing, right? And so I was like, I want to get better at making snap decisions. And so during quarantine, I'm watching this guy's channel. Also during quarantine, women were getting into foot modeling. That was like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like,
I know,
I had an
I
idea.
wish-
I was like, what if I go out and I start doing interviews?
Yeah.
Just impromptu,
There you go.
And just see what I get, like in those natural reactions, right? So I get people who are like really cool and like, let's do it. Some people who are like, I don't know.
Wow.
And then I get some people who are like, absolutely not. And
Yeah.
so the whole point of my channel is to show those reactions that I get, right? Because this is like real life, right?
Yeah.
But me constantly doing that has allowed me to be more comfortable with
That's
like.
so cool. That's how modeling. So I have to keep meeting new photographers, new
Correct.
group of people, and that's why I got into it. And it's been so great, and it's like the best thing. It really
That was
made
gonna be one of my questions.
Yeah.
To you, like,
Oh, was
how did
it?
you get into it?
Yeah. So I've always kind of modeled since I was younger, and I kind of got out of it. And then I just put myself out there one day, and then ever since then, I've just been connecting. But it is awkward, like especially when you meet like a photographer you've never worked with before, because you're kind of like putting
don't
yourself
know.
out there,
Yeah, you don't know what to
everything,
expect.
because and they're expecting a good shoot, and it really just puts a lot of pressure. But it's been great. I'm glad I did it.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
That's
but yeah, it's been
I
helping
mean, it
a
led
lot.
you here today.
Yeah,
like, us
look at
having this
that.
conversation. I always
Right?
tell people, I always end up like in the right spots with the right people when I'm supposed to. Like, so
It's
it's
so
always great
true.
for me.
It's been
Absolutely.
such a blessing for me too.
That's
It's great. I've
great.
met so many cool people, and the community is just such a good community. And so I realized, wow, it's almost like a friend group too now.
It is.
We connect, we make art together. It's great.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into
Okay.
reflexology a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that, get your thoughts about that. So reflexology, it's all about pressure points that we have in our hands and in our feet. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So these pressure points that we have can connect to like different parts of our body. So like organs that we have, like different muscle groups, like all of these spots connect. So like if you ever like get a massage, you do acupuncture, you do acupressure, like you can actually alleviate that tension you feel. So
there's
that's
like a
probably why
mat.
you feel so good when you go get those pedicures
Maybe,
and they're massaging you.
wow.
Because they're hitting those pressure points, so you may be carrying like stress in your neck,
wow.
and they're massaging you there, and now you start to feel much more lighter, right?
Yeah, there's like a mat you can buy too, right?
Absolutely.
I want to buy it, and it like
There's a mat. There's like some lady told me that they have like shoes, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
but they have a whole bunch of stuff for that. But what's your thoughts about like something like that can help, like with different parts of your body, like through like pressure that you apply in a different direction? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm like, I would totally do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to have more. I know there's like, holistic stuff like that out there.
100%.
I really believe, I want to try acupuncture too.
You should.
Yeah.
I've heard that it's helped out quite a few people.
Yeah.
Some people, there was only one person I had that said she had a bad experience, and she said
Oh.
they did something, and she said she started to feel pain right here in her head, and I was like, I don't know, maybe you just wasn't relaxed enough.
I don't know.
Not sure, because I haven't heard
But
too many people say that.
I believe it all connects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, usually when we get to reflexology, we like to talk about sensitivity.
Okay.
How ticklish do you tend to be?
I would say like 5 out of 10.
A 5 out of 10. Okay.
Is that good, or is that a lot?
Okay, fine. So, do you mind if we test it? I want to
Go
see
ahead.
where you at. Where are you at on this scale that we're
Some
talking
days
about?
I'm like at the pedicure place, I'm like, oh, but then some days
So
I'm
they hit
like,
the spot.
yeah, and then some days no.
We're going to test this out, and I want you to tell me
Okay.
where you feel it at the most.
Okay.
Which foot is most sensitive. Give me a favor, scoot forward just a bit. Oh. A little bit more. There you go, right there. That's cool. All right, so let's try your right first. Tell me if you feel it in a certain area,
Okay.
and then which foot is most sensitive. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. All right, where do you feel it?
Right here.
So right in like your toe pad area, right? So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me if this one is more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Left side.
Yeah.
Right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. You put a lot more pressure on this side when you're like planting.
You know that,
pushing
yeah.
off.
So I think I'm like goofy when I used to ride like little longboards, and it would be this foot always wanted to lead, but it's weird because I'm right-handed.
Yes.
And everyone's like, your right foot should be doing that. So then I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
let's switch this around real quick.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So here's what I want you to do. While I'm doing this, I want you to wiggle your toes. You tell me if you feel it more or less. So let's try
Okay.
the right. Wiggle here. Do you feel it more or
Less.
less? Do you know why?
No.
So think about it this way, right? Your mind, you're telling it to do something, right?
Yeah.
Telling
So
your body
it's
to do something.
taking the thought off the other thing.
Correct, because you can't look right and left at the same time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can only focus on one thing at a time. So it's kind of that.
Yeah.
But also think about it this way, like you're applying energy. I'm also applying energy, so they cancel out.
Wow.
So if you ever go get your pedicures, you do that. Should help you out a little bit. Let's try the
Okay.
left. You said it's really sensitive over here. So wiggle your toes. You feel it more or less.
Less.
Less?
Yeah.
There's my tricks for you.
Wow. Mind over matter. No.
Mind over matter. So I'm going to get you to do a couple exercises with your feet.
Okay.
What I want you to do first, let's see. Let me get you to bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Is that easy to do?
Easy.
All right, pretty flexible. They go down pretty far. Okay,
Really?
relax. Let me get you spread. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Yoga, or what do you do?
Yeah, I do yoga.
Yoga, okay. There we go.
Sometimes, yeah, I've been trying.
All right, relax. And then just wiggle your toes for about 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel pain, discomfort, cramping, anything happening after a while. Pretty easy?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's wrap up this interview. For now, we're going to shoot a little bit more, but let's wrap this part up. In terms of my approach, when I did reach out to you on IG, what were your thoughts? How did you feel about my approach? Did you feel it was good, bad?
Good. Your Instagram could use more content.
Yes. This guy's always telling me.
Yes, but there's so many people that have told me that they have 1 million followers on TikTok, but they have none on Instagram. Sometimes it doesn't correlate. So, yeah. But no, cool. Yeah. everything's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have way more on YouTube than I do.
Yeah, I noticed.
On my IG. The IG, so I had an IG before, and I had tons of like followers. I think I was up to like 50, 60,000.
What?
And it got taken down.
Why? Everyone's told me that before.
Randomly. And so like
oh my
I was
God,
just
that's
like
so
at that
scary.
point, I just didn't want to put in all the work. Like I work
It's
long
too
hours.
much.
Yeah.
It's Instagram. Once you have to rebuild it, even
Correct.
trying to build mine, and everyone's like, "How do you not have more followers?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's so hard.
It's hard to
people.
build
It's
up.
not as easy as it used to be. Everyone's like,
100%.
everyone wants TikTok. YouTube
That
is
part,
easier.
that
I
part.
thought about trying TikTok
Yeah, you should.
because I heard
Why
people
not?
can get like famous real quick
Why
or
not?
like a lot of followers. But yeah,
Why not? Cool. In terms of like the interview, right, start to finish, what were your thoughts about like what we were asking? Did you like it? Did you feel like everything correlated? What's your
everything did correlate. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I learned a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing I'll ask, something you can say to the people on the channel, something that maybe has helped you in situations where like maybe you had that fear.
Yeah.
Right? And like what helped you get past it? Was there something that somebody said to you, or was it something you thought about?
It's just, I just would tell people, I've told my friends, once you do it once and you have a good experience, it's usually always helps, and it's always just stay positive. Like, just do it. Just do it. Just go for it and do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't
Just
know. I feel like,
straightforward,
yeah,
man. Why
just
not?
go. Yeah. Just
Cool.
do it. What's the worst that can happen,
That
right?
part. That's what you always gotta ask yourself. What's the worst that's gonna
I'm like,
happen?
is it really going to happen? You're thinking way too much about this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. We
Okay.
appreciate you coming out and like doing this. We're gonna shoot a little bit more.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
All right.